All right, we're gonna try and have some fun with this. Welcome to Smith Garage. Again, appreciate those of you that have already subscribed. I know this is a brand new channel. I'm working on quite a few things, trying to figure out music, recording. I'm gonna get a new thing so that this doesn't shake around so much and look so bad. But what we're gonna talk about today is my 82 Vanagon, air-cooled Vanagon. It's the white one. I actually don't have a name for it. And so, this is Jack. The green Westie is Jack. But I've just never really named the white one. So I don't know if you have some good ideas for me. Feel free to comment and let me know. Once again, this channel is... it's kind of just garage stuff. I just happen to have two air-cooled Vanagons and a Porsche 944, which is over there, and a couple of Sea-Doo Sea-Doos that are 1996 models, so they're two-stroke motors. And I kind of tool around with all those. And today what we're going to kind of look at is just the 82 Vanagon L, and hopefully give you a little tour around it. So it only has 80. Here, we're gonna go ahead and give you the view of the Vanagon. It only has 95,000 miles on it. When I bought it, it had 77,000 miles on it. Kind of pretty basic brown interior. It is set up, if you see this little hanger right here, it is set up so that I could do a double seat here in the front. And it has the runners so that if I had a full seat, I could do a full seat in the back, and then you could seat 9 people. But as it stands right now, I can seat 7 in here. I've kept this kind of folded down, but it's got all the seat belts, and it's just an L. So I did flip this seat around just because I figured I liked it that way. It does have a full one of these mirrors that you can see all the way across, which I love because it's just so visible when you're doing some reversing and backing out of a spot or whatever. Everything seems to be pretty good in here. My headliner is really nice. It's got a couple of cuts in the back, but it's decent for what we're doing here. The other thing that's nice that I've added into this van is these 3 gauges. I want to say my oil temperature's in the middle. This little switch is for a fan that's on the oil cooler. And then I've got my oil pressure and my RPM there. So that's what I've chosen to do on that piece. I always carry a little bit of extra oil because that's my cooling mechanism. Let's go to the back and see what's going on. It's pretty clean. I've got a little bit of rust here and there, like you can see kind of in the seams here. A little bit here, not much, but just some surface stuff. This is the piece that kind of is, I've put some Pour 15 on it just to try to stop the rust from happening. I've got a piece that I can weld into here. I just haven't done that yet. The front, pretty good. There's a little bit of rust down here, but not much. The rust that was in here, I fixed recently. I found that I actually had some leaks, and I noticed that the carpet, it was about a month ago, we had quite a bit of rain here in California. Noticed that I had some leaks, and I had these window rubbers. I ordered them about a year ago for Jack, and I'm like, why don't we just put it on? So this got all new window rubber with the exception of this front window. All these windows are new rubber. And then I did little repair pieces where I had a little bit of rust on each one. So like back in here, underneath this, repaired it. I didn't have any in the back window. Let's see if I had a little piece right here. And that looks like it's about it. So pretty straight body. I'm going to show you my engine because that's one of the things that I love about these vans is that I've got an air-cooled engine. And I know a lot of people don't like the air-cooled engine, but I do. 67 horsepower. What's not to love about 67 horsepower, right? We'll pull this out. Sorry for your shaking around there. The only thing that I've really done to this motor since I've had it, and I have to expect that it's probably the original motor. Don't have any reason to believe that it's been changed out. But I did clean up the whole top end, including all the hoses, redid my fuel lines, injectors. I put new injectors in, and the injectors that I got were from Napa. They had kind of a funny hose on them that curved up, but I just cut the hose that curved up and put them right onto the rails. They seem to be doing fine. I did that about 2 years ago. So it cleaned up real nice. Learned a lot about the different parts of the California emissions system, which Jack is also a California emissions. And where you're going to find that is this yellow sticker here. And if your car's ever been registered as California emissions, then it's always going to be registered as California emissions. So keep that in mind. The DMV knows, and some of the pieces that are a little bit different. I mean, there's a lot that's different, but this coil. Speaking of coils, just this last week, I had a problem where my coil. I think the coil wire came off. This wire was really close to it, and it arced and just burn up the coil wire. So I happen to have an extra older coil in there. It is a different coil for California emissions. I had an extra wire, so I've just redone that, kind of put the wires a little bit differently, taped up these ones to kind of give them some extra protection against grounding out on that. But everything else, like it's called a Hall sensor for the it's not points and condenser. So for your distributor, I do have, this is my oil pressure regulator sensor. And then my oil cooler is under the van right here. And so I have, like I said, I have a fan and a cooler that I've attached. I got a little bit of a tilt to it. Hoping you can see this okay. It runs with braided lines back through the frame, up on top of the suspension part, and then back in here through the like right up the middle of the exhaust and into a pancake piece that fits underneath the oil filter. So you can also see that I have the catalytic converter there. This is the California exhaust, which is a little special. So hopefully that just gives you a little idea of what the 82 Vanagon's like. This is a daily driver. I drive it in the winter mostly. In the summer here where we live, it gets really hot, and so I don't always drive it like when it's 120 degrees out, but I can. It just seems like my oil temperature tends to run up in that 220 to 240 range, and which should be okay for an air-cooled Vanagon, but some people don't think it is, and so I just I drive the Porsche in the hot summer days with the top down. So anyway, just wanted to share that with you. I would love if you like what you're seeing. I'm going to try and do this once a week. I might do another video this weekend so that I have 2 this weekend, just to try to get some content out there. If there's something that you want to see on an air-cooled Vanagon, let me know. I'd love to answer any questions that you might have. These are standard 14-inch wheels that I powder coated and put on general grabbers. So I think they're 27.5 by 8.5, or 27 by 8.5 by 14. They look really good on there. There's no lift on this at all. It's just the stock springs. Anyway, that's all I have for you today. Once again, I appreciate everything that you guys are commenting and checking out the videos, and hopefully I have something else for you here soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.